Hey guys, it's gonna be more of an old school video where I just read my thoughts on a thing, kinda sorta, because it's just basically my Facebook. Um, and yeah, I don't have very many friends at all on there because it's Facebook, not YouTube. Anyway, let me just read you some stuff. Um, well, first of all, this is what's been on my mind usually, like all the time, but this is how I wrote it out. So if I sound weird when I'm talking, it's because I wrote it out and it's not meant to be spoken. I have all these points to make regarding topics higher than my pay grade. Who can I tell? College professors about Nietzsche being the Antichrist? Churches about the Bible, foretelling the end times and saying that most churches are wrong? Astrology? I mean, all these people are against each other. Nietzscheans hate Jesus, freaks who hate astrology and the Nietzscheans hate astrology too. So it's like I'm the only one seeing the oneness of all these topics because we're taught that they're all different and that they're all separate, but they're all actually from the same exact source. Let's see. That's kind of the problem with this generation. It's like the ignorance of our time is that everyone feels they have a right to an opinion regarding facts. Okay, they think Jesus is born December 21st. Why? There's no historical fact, obviously. In fact, the only historical facts there are regarding that is that Constantine declared it. So all the pagans would stop killing Christians. The Roman Empire said, okay, let's make Jesus' birthday that, and then we'll just do that from the year 325 AD onward. So it's just historical fact, bro. And you can't say, okay, I'm just going to go to the next one. Y'all know my fucking feelings. Y'all know how I am. You know. Sorry, y'all gonna have to cope with me. Let's see. Oh, here's the psychology of a no guns sign posted on a store. 1. It presumes that an outlaw will follow the law and not carry his gun in there. 2. It presumes an outlaw will fear jail and that will be a greater deterrent than just armed good guys being on the scene. That's the psychology of a no gun sign. It's like, okay, only bad guys with guns can come in here because no good guys are allowed. I mean, is that logical to you for your feeling of fake safeness? Okay, it's all good. Let's see. If people can actually psychically speak with aliens, which I've obviously considered years ago and still possibly think now, what's fascinating about that implication is that thought is faster than light. Because if you're talking to someone in the Pleiades, or Proxima Centauri, 3 light years away, it's going to take 3 light years for those light thoughts to come through or whatever, right? But if you're doing it instantaneously, that means the mind is faster than space or light. And right now it's kind of hard to say in America, oh, it's a free country. It's kind of hard to say that, and it starts to lose its meaning when we have some states that say that marijuana is more dangerous than an AR-15, and then other states are saying you have to prove your need for self-defense even though you're a woman walking home in the ghetto in the street late at night. You still have to wait 30 days to get your gun. Silly. Let's see. Oh, speaking of which, y'all should watch The Brave One with Jodie Foster because it's about a woman who defends her life with a gun because she lives in a blue state and is not allowed to legally carry one until 30 days, but she doesn't give a fuck about tyranny. It's actually kind of an intense movie. But anyway, let's see. So, Jeremiah 10 says, don't set up a tree in your house and decorate it because it's tied to Baal and Grove worship, which was 2 Kings 21 and 3. And then in Ezekiel 8:14, it mocks those who worship Tammuz, who was born December 25th. Okay, so yeah, America, good job ignoring any fact and just doing what you want because this nation is about self instead of letting go of self. And it's kind of interesting because I like how the fifth Harry Potter is called the Order of the Phoenix, right? So And we all know that the fifth age is coming. That's the New World Order, as the Grox has proven, thousands of videos ago. And what's interesting, it's the Phoenix, the Order of the Phoenix. So during the fifth age, it's the fifth book of Harry Potter, the New World Order will come down, and then those who are put on the wings of an eagle, a phoenix, are taken away from the New World Order. So the Order of the Phoenix, number 5, Harry Potter book. And it's even weird because an hour 36 minutes into it, it has that dragon firework thing attacking the woman, the evil tyrannical woman. But that's also symbolic of the Bible, the serpent attacking the woman, and that she gets to escape on the wings of a phoenix for a time to escape the Great Tribulation. I mean, the movies all hide the symbolism. We just think it's all fantasy hogwash, but it's coming from strict symbolic sources, okay? It's kind of trippy. Let's see. Still scrolling here. Oh no, don't freeze on me now, Mr. iPad. Oh wait, no, it did something worse. It clicked. Anyway, hope y'all have seen Joker. It's really good. It's nothing to do with any politics. In fact, my favorite line in it is, "I'm not political." So there's that. Great, my iPad just screwed up on me, but I'm still gonna rant a little bit more, y'all. Yeah, I've been practicing piano just because I'm bored, y'all. You know how it goes. Gotta entertain myself, don't I? Someone's gotta do it. Plus, if I feel, I can get better, I'm gonna try. And I did get better at all those songs that I played you. I just don't want to repost it because I'm bored. And don't get me wrong. Like, as a Christian, I'm not telling you you're going to fucking hell or whatever with my beliefs, but I do believe that you'll have to face some kind of great war coming, and that the true Christian, whatever the fuck that means, will get to be raptured, and we'll get to escape that somehow. I don't think we're going to fly into space, because heaven's not a physical place. We'll just pass out or whatever, and to everyone else, that's what it looks like. But anyway, I was reading the Talmud, or I was actually watching a video on Gematria that mentions Talmud, which is the Jewish, stuff that isn't the Bible, but it's just Jewish mysticism. But it does say that the 1840s is when the Messiah will return. Now, y'all already know where I'm going with this. The Great Disappointment, October 1844. Quetzalcoatl, 1840s, supposed to return. The Baha'i prophecy. Islam, the fifth Kahar or whatever, is supposed to return in the 1840s. It's just all these different things. And then literally the only philosopher the most narcissistic philosopher who thought he was the destiny, other than Aleister Crowley, was Nietzsche. And all these religions are saying, hey, some special teacher's going to come down and no one's going to get it, but he'll have done it. He came down, he did his thing. He did what he was supposed to do. Now we're supposed to do what we got to do. Liberals, sorry, back to politics. Liberals know as much about guns as conservatives know about drugs. Marijuana is more dangerous than AR-15. Huh? Oh, but all guns are dangerous. Oh, but I need a cop with one to help me. So they're not dangerous in the right hands. Okay, so what's your argument? I'm sorry, y'all. I just hate that kind of stupid bullshit. Let's see here. But speaking of which, at the same time, it's like you haven't been a narcissist until you've imagined your life as The Truman Show or The Matrix or Fight Club or, just like some kind of thing that's fucked up with the world that specifically is geared to you or something. I mean, but that's also the point of spirituality, aka synchronicity. And Carl Jung, you're supposed to personalize your experiences because if they were applicable to any other motherfucker, then it wouldn't be God communicating to you. God gives us the Bible for everyone to study, but he gives us our lives for us to study, and that's synchronicity and little coincidences. I have them all the freaking time. And in fact, I was watching The Cable Guy, so I got it for $5 on iTunes. It's one of my favorite movies. I was watching The Cable Guy, and my next video is going to be about just one picture, I think. I might make a video about it. But it was just a perfect synchronicity. It had Gematria, it had my name, it had symbolism, and it had Jesus Gematria twice. It was like, what? Yeah, it's just a picture of a clip in The Cable Guy I'll show y'all later. I know I sound like a nut, but you know, what awesome person doesn't? Let's see. Oh, and by the way, I beat the fuck out of Red Dead Redemption 2. I just got it like a month ago because I'm always late about stuff. That game is my favorite game, dude. It's better than GTA because it's just like more peaceful and it's in nature and it's all this gangster shit everywhere. But I love the cars in GTA. Red Dead Redemption, you're literally in the open fields of America doing whatever the hell you want, and there's even a city that represents New Orleans called Saint Denis, and it's just like, oh. Anyway, love that game. Um, Here's a one-liner: quantum physics is to classical physics as what true Christianity is to American Christianity. And if that doesn't make sense, here's another way to put it. Quantum physics says, you know, the observer affects reality. Classical physics says 2 plus 2 is 4, and that's it. Whereas true Christianity says a whole bunch of other stuff that modern American Christianity just does not compute with and do not study or want to know because they're scared, and that's fine. But guess what? Life's scary, you know? But you know what's scarier? Not life. You know what's scarier? Not heaven. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, if you just get some balls now, there's some payoff, I think, in the end, you know? It's like we tell kids to think outside the box, but then teach them to conform to whatever the fuck society is doing at the time. You know, it's the old do as I say, but not as I do, flip-a-rood bullshit. You know, it's like we tell kids to find magic in the world, but then we're also alone in a big-ass universe and nothing means anything. Okay, that's great. And financial gain is the only fucking goal. I mean, come on, bro. I'm so glad I grew up with Fight Club and shit to just always make me aware of the bullshit that society is and will be for the rest of time. Let's see here. I like how in Joker, his mom's name was Penny, like my mom actually. And the doctor's name was Benjamin Stoner. I already said that, and that's just kind of funny and hilarious. But in It, the other clownish movie, his name is Pennywise. So you got Joker's mom is Penny, and then the It clown is Pennywise. I just thought that was kind of interesting. There might be some symbolism there. But who knows? You dig. Alright, almost done here, folks. Yeah, that's how I spent my Christmas, literally, was beating Red Dead Redemption 2 and learning Mozart's Piano Sonata number 16. And that was highly enjoyable, actually. Okay, I'm going to end with Swedenborg, I guess. It's a perfect fucking thing. In the 1770s, Swedenborg is obviously a Christian mystic who was talking about his visions, and he was a scientist, by the way, for 40 years, and then all of a sudden he's having spiritual visions, so it was going totally against his scientific mind. But as an Aquarius, he's weird, and he, didn't give a crap. He just went for truth instead of his prior biasm. But anyway, in Isaiah 19:23 through 25, it talks of Egypt and Assyria and Israel. And all these are not actual places. You got to read the Bible spiritually. These are concepts that represent something higher. Egypt represents scholarly study. Assyria represents rationality, and Israel, of course, represents spirituality. Those are the three aspects of mind, and those are kind of the three main places that all this stuff was going down back in the day. But anyway, it literally says, on that day there will be a pathway from Egypt into Assyria, so that Assyria can go into Egypt and Egypt into Assyria. And on that day Israel will be part of a group of three with Egypt and Syria, a blessing in the middle of the land. And so what does that mean logically, if Swedenborg is correct? Spiritually, these words mean that when the Lord's coming occurs, listen, scholarly study, Egypt, rationality, Assyria, and spirituality, Israel, are going to become one. Do you get it now? This is like the whole point of my YouTube channel, y'all. And the Groks and Jim Brown and all those people I keep talking about, Jonathan Kleck. This is the exact point of the internet, our channel, exposing the Illuminati and all this stuff. At the end times, right before he comes, right now, scholarly study will combine with spirituality. Hello. And need I mention, Aquarius is about scholarly study, but I have Jupiter, Ascendant, and Mercury all in Pisces. And that's literally about spiritual study. So, like, my archetypes are all about that in the first place. And then Swedenborg is saying, hey, that's supposed to happen in the end times anyway. And he's kind of starting it off with interpreting the Bible in these ways. Oh, and he's the year of the rabbit like me with Mars and Aries. You hear that crack? I'm an old man. Oh. Anyway, it's that desk job now. Anyway, so that's that, and that's the point of my channel, is to fulfill prophecy, y'all. I'm not gonna I'm gonna cut the bullshit, stop beating around the bush. I only have this channel to expose the truth, obviously, and fulfill prophecy. But hey, you know, what else is there to do?